Okay, I actually have a unique situation today because for my fifth period, what I was hoping to do is to go over the answers for the study guide for the test tomorrow. I am still going to be able to do that. However, excuse me, the study guide that I physically have in my presence, I altered it a bit for the students, but I did not bring that copy home with me. So I'm going to go over the answers, and I'm going to actually have to read out the question. So what I'm saying is the number that you have on your study guide may be different than the number that I call out. So listen for the actual question that I'm saying. Let's start with number 11. If Austin cast a 10-foot shadow and he is standing next to a building that is 36 feet tall and cast a shadow that is 60 feet long, how tall is Austin? To do this, you have to set up a proportion. And I actually did this one in class for the students, and the correct answer is 6 feet tall. For number 12, Jessica wants to enlarge a 4-inch wide by 6-inch long photograph so that it will fit into a frame that is 18 inches long. What is the width of the new photograph? Again, you set up a proportion. You put 4 inches wide over 6 inches long equals x over 18. And actually, let me illustrate this so you can get a good look at it. You would say 4 over 6 equals x over 18. Like this, because you got 4 inches wide over 6 inches long equals, we don't know how many inches wide, which is what the question is, so that's x over the 18 inches long. And once you solve that, your answer will be 12 inches wide. Alright, for number 13, at least the 13 that I'm looking at, find the value of x if triangle FGH is similar to triangle MNO. You would say 25 over 10 equals x over 9, a proportion again, and the correct answer would be x equals 22.5. Alright, number 14. Draw triangle ABC on a coordinate grid. I don't believe that this one is on the study guide that you have. If the coordinates were 4, 2, -4, -4, and 4, -4. Then it says reduce the triangle using a scale factor of 1/2. Basically, whenever you're given the scale factor and some coordinates and they say what are the new coordinates, all you do is multiply that scale factor times each coordinate. So in this case, if they say the scale factor is 1/2 and the first set of coordinates are 4 and 2, you would multiply 1/2 times 4, which is 2, and 1/2 times 2, which is 1. So the correct answer for that particular problem would have been the new coordinates for A would be 2, 1, the new coordinates for B, -2, -2, and the new coordinates for C, 2, -2. 15. Of a vertex of a rectangle on the coordinate plane is -6, -3. The rectangle is dilated and the new coordinate of the vertex is -3 and -1.5. What was the scale factor? So this is a little bit different. Your coordinates originally were -6, -3. The new coordinates was -3, -1.5. 5. And they want to know the scale factor. When you're given two sets of coordinates, they want to know what can you multiply -6 by that will give you -3. And you don't have to do both coordinates, just the one that we just talked about. So -6 times 1/2, -6 over 2, which equals -3. So the scale factor would be 1/2. And there's another one like that, and I'm not sure what number it is. It says given coordinates 3, 5, -2, -4, and 4, 6. What are the new coordinates with a scale factor of 1/2? Again, you will multiply 1/2 times each of the coordinates. For that particular problem, the new coordinates would be 1.5, 2.5, -1, 2, and 2, 3. Okay, if triangle DEF is congruent to triangle ABC, which angles are corresponding angles? Triangle DEF and triangle ABC. So the corresponding angles are D and A, E and B, angle F and angle C. Then it says corresponding sides. Well, it goes in order. So side DE is corresponding with side AB, side EF is corresponding to side BC, and side DF is corresponding to side AC. Hopefully you're able to see that. And finally, the sides of two regular octagons have a ratio of 3:7. Then it says if the perimeter of the larger octagon is 84, what is the perimeter of the smaller octagon? It's very important to know that this ratio 3:7, when it's written like this, it only means 3/7, just like a fraction. So you're setting up a proportion. Then it says if the perimeter of the larger octagon is 84. Well, based on that scale factor, 3/7, the larger octagon is the 7. So that's where you would put the 84. The proportion would look like this. And the answer would be 36. So basically we've discussed everything that students need to know for the test tomorrow. Please understand you have to multiply scale factor against the coordinates. When we're talking about area ratio, make sure that you know it's the area of the original figure times the scale factor squared. Also keep in mind we will do a mini review right before the test tomorrow. So this is Super Learning signing off.